Last video of my ADHD and dyslexia series. I hope my videos have been educated. If you're new, hi, my name is Dr. China, Black British doctor, female in the UK. My channel is about creating a safe space for doctors to be real, talk about things that make us human, educate the Black community on all things health. If you're just joining, so the first video is about how I found out I had ADHD, what were the things happening in my life that made me think something was wrong, how I got diagnosed, and how it affects you in a day-to-day life as an adult, in terms of life admin, conversations, interaction with people, as a doctor, driving, emotions, mental health, sleep, dating and friendships and social interactions. ADHD affects everything. Basically, it dictates how I live. It's not a punishment having ADHD. I used to hate having ADHD. I was happy I got diagnosed because it explained why I was different and why I never really fit in and why I struggled so much compared to other people with my emotions, my mental health, with academia, with time management. It just explained everything, really. But I'm able to say that there are bonuses because the psychologist who diagnosed me, she saw that I was really upset from the diagnosis, but she reassured me that it's actually a blessing in disguise. So some of the benefits of having ADHD is because our nervous system is working quicker and our brain's working quicker than other people, we see the world differently. For example, let's say everyone sees the front of the house. We will see the corners of the house, the bottom of the house, the gravel, the grass, the shape of the door, the cracks in the walls. We will see these things that other people wouldn't. People with ADHD, they tend to become very good doctors, very good teachers and coaches. I think with those fields of work, you need to have a multi-dimensional view of things, especially of people, because people are complex, people are multifaceted. Another bonus is that we hyper-focus. So if we find something that we're really interested in, we go for it, we attack it until we get it, until we finish it. The problem is sometimes it can be a very unproductive task. So sometimes it can end up being gaming. Some people, it might be, the opposite sex. It could be food. You're always finishing the food in the house. Most of the time, it can help in terms of like professions. We can be very focused when it comes to our work. When it comes to academia, we can focus on our coursework. We tend to be very passionate, but that passion is what helps us to hyper focus and to be go-getters and be very ambitious and to just go for it. We're very energetic, fun and lively. We're the life of the party. I know the stereotype of ADHD is, oh boy, he's always in gangs, getting into trouble, this and that. But no, most people with ADHD, those are the minority of people with ADHD. Most people with ADHD are functioning well enough, but not okay. And I think people with ADHD, we sometimes can't tap its potential because there aren't resources out there for us. There's no point having a diagnosis if no one's going to tell you how to manage the problem. Luckily, when I got diagnosed, I was given like a 20-something page document. Half of the document was explaining my intellectual deficits, my processing deficits, but half of it was about recommendations and things I need to do that they recommend for me, and they've actually really worked. So before that, I was failing lots of different clinical examinations and assessments. After, I started to get merits and distinctions, literally. How do I cope with ADHD? Number one, I write everything down. If you have ADHD, make sure you have a journal, paper and pen, or you have a notepad always, or you even can use your phone or iPad. Write down everything you hear that's important. Even if someone's talking to you, take notes down. If you feel like your thoughts are jumbled, write your thoughts down or voice them out. Write them out, voice them out on a voice note. Record yourself. It really helps. Think about the thoughts of ADHD. It's like it's a traffic jam. You can't think unless you get rid of some of the cars. So to get rid of some of the cars, you need to write them down. Journaling, and also when you journal, write things down, you can see what's in your brain and process. Does this make sense? Should I be worried about this? You can start to delete things that are not necessary, that are just unproductive, that are not being helpful. Number two, to-do list. Always make a to-do list. Sometimes I write on my to-do list, shave, wax, eyebrows, do your hair, wash your hair, buy this, buy that, clean your room, take down the laundry, do your laundry. I know it might seem stupid, but no, guys, do it. Especially for those of you who have kids now. Make a to-do list and categorize your to-do list. My to-do list is like 10 different categories. Everyday tasks, finances, adult life stuff, career-related stuff, academic stuff, beauty, personal care, even cut your nails. Because sometimes in ADHD, you'll forget simple things like that. There's too many things you can't prioritize certain tasks. You end up dropping tasks that you need to do. Slow down. As Yoruba people say, "Farabale." I don't know how to say it, but take it easy. If you're getting overwhelmed and you feel like you're overthinking, you're over talking, step away. Nowadays, if I feel like I'm in a social situation, if I feel like I'm talking a lot and I'm not making sense, I'll just keep quiet. So nowadays, when I go to social settings, I'm not talking as much. I'm not as... Can save you from making mistakes, saying things you shouldn't say, doing things you shouldn't do. Pause when you're driving. When you're driving, if you need to park somewhere, park. If you need to slow down, slow down. If you're talking to someone and you need to walk out the room, you need to walk out the room. You did tell them, please, can I have a minute? I've done it with patients. I've sometimes been in a situation where I'm so busy, I haven't taken a break and it's been 10 hours. And I told the patient, I'm really sorry. I know I'm meant to see you now, but I'll come back in half an hour just so I can give you better care. A quick prayer. I'll go to the toilet to pause, to slow down, to think, to breathe. Breathing exercises are really helpful for your ADHD. It regulates, it slows down our nervous system because our sympathetic nervous system is more stimulated than our parasympathetic nervous system. Speaking thoughts out loud. This is called soliloquizing. Now, there's a difference between saying your thoughts out loud versus conversations with yourself. I mean, if you have a conversation with yourself and it's a joke, but basically, soliloquizing is where you're processing your thoughts out loud. I developed this skill in medical school and it really, really helped with when I had so many things in my brain I couldn't process it. But when I said it and I could hear myself, I could hear what was in my brain so I can correct what I'm saying. It's really useful. I do it at work all the time. For example, if I'm in a sick patient, sometimes I'll say out loud, mumble what I'm meant to be doing. A, B, C, D, E. If I'm meant to do this, okay, I've done this. What's the next to do? It's so helpful. People sometimes will laugh at me at work. Some of the nurses, they think, what are you doing? But a lot of doctors and consultants do it. Not out loud, but they're more just like mumble it. We can logically process what's going through our minds. Prayer and Bible reading. This has been the foundation of me regulating my emotions and my thoughts in ADHD. The times I've taken out to pray to the Lord, it gives you that time to stop, meditate. And also, obviously, God is great. God can stabilize your emotions. God can stabilize your thoughts. He can really ground you. The word of God can be that it can help distract you from your thoughts, distract you from what's going on, and just bring a peace. So the word of God is living. So that definitely really helps me. If you're not Christian, sorry, I'm just telling you what's helped me. If you don't want to hear about it, okay, fine, but this is what's helped me. And I recommend you try it. Podcasts and audiobooks. If you're someone that struggles with reading like I do, the only thing I can read every day is the Bible. If you struggle with reading lengthy books, you want to read textbooks or even books or autobiographies and non-fiction, fiction books, I recommend getting Audible audiobooks, podcasts on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It really, really makes a difference. I've been able to finish books because of that. I listen to podcasts running, exercising sometimes, when I'm driving or doing house chores. It helps to calm your thoughts down and keep you focused. Therapy. If you get a licensed therapy online through, for example, I use BetterHelp. I'm not sponsored yet. You can find people that are trained in coaching people with ADHD and dyslexia and how to manage your emotions and manage your thoughts better. And if you don't want to pay for therapy, there's lots of resources online about how to regulate your emotions, how to live a functional, productive life with ADHD and dyslexia. Destimulation. I mentioned this. Sometimes I step away from everything. So nowadays, I think also because I'm older, nowadays I'm not as extrovert as I used to be. I don't really like being a loud person, being the party person. And there are times I just don't want to go on my phone, don't want to look on the laptop. I just want to just have peace and quiet. Restricting the amount of social media you use, the amount of time on your devices. And that's everything. That's it, guys. That's my ADHD and dyslexia series finished. I hope you guys found it really useful. If you've got any questions, please message me, DM me, comments down below if this was helpful, if you can relate. And as I said, if I find any more resources, I will let you guys know. And hopefully the next few videos, they should be more interesting. They're going to be way more interesting. You'll get to see more of me, China, as a person. So, see you guys later.